Do you know the number one mistake parents make every festive season? By the end of this video, you will not only discover the truth about the biggest mistakes us parents make, but also the top 4 gifts recommended and backed by research. I've actually done this for the last 4 years now with my 4 children, and I swear by it. It not only helps to promote growth, gratitude, happiness, just so much more. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. So I have spent hours upon hours delving deep into articles, studies, and expert opinions to bring you the hidden truths about the Christmas season's pitfalls, so you don't have to. In today's fast-paced world, we are continuously bombarded with the latest toys and best gadgets for our children. But what if I told you that the best gifts aren't always the ones with the price tag? As Art Butchwold put it, the best things in life are not things. And here's the key. What we gift our children now not only shapes their Christmas morning, but their approach to life. This is a movement towards intentional living and parenting. We understand that the most precious gifts that we can give our children, or those children we know, are the ones that nurture their soul. Let's jump right in and find out what the psychologist is saying that us parents are making the number one biggest mistake. Drumroll. Buying way too many toys. Toys can have a negative impact on our children. So, without further ado, here are the 4 different types of research-backed gifts that you can give your children. And actually, it's not even just your children, it can be friends and partners and family members as well. So keep that in mind. So number 1, which I'm sure many have heard of already, is the gift of giving. And so for those that don't know what that is when you give something to somebody else that they can give on to another. Some of the gifts of giving that I have given my children was got some clothes, winter clothes, to give them, which they then passed on to people that were homeless. So obviously it's a really cold time of year. So yeah, I was just trying to be a bit thoughtful with that. They have been given like blankets and toys that they could pass on to the cats and dogs home for animals in shelter. And yeah, I think last year it might have been money I gave them, and then they could either buy something to pass on to somebody else, or they could give the money for somebody who was homeless. And I think actually what they did was somebody gave the money, somebody bought some food and drinks for somebody that was homeless. Yeah, I can't remember the others. I know when my children done it and I asked them, they just look so pleased and proud of themselves. And I could definitely see the joy and the gratitude that they felt from that, more than when I've seen them just going through opening presents and not really being present with that. The next one is something sentimental. And so the kind of things that could be sentimental, or the things that I've done in my family, is on a canvas, I wrote my child's name going down, and then across with the first letter of each of their name, I wrote a little poem for them, which was just individual about them and just basically the joy that they bring me, how much I love them. Another one was my favourite picture of us together. And then underneath it says, "You are perfect just as you are." Another one, I think last year, was a little book that was 50 reasons of all the things that why I was grateful for them. And I think one of the other ones was, it was a photo album of all my favourite pictures of them from when they were born to the present day. And what I love about these gifts is, we never know as a parent if we go and die while our child is still growing up, and it's almost like a keepsake box. So it's something that they can have when they're older, but also it's just that special something that they have of us should anything ever happen, which I know is not a very nice thing to think about, but sadly it does happen. So I think it's quite a nice conscious thing to think about. They feel loved and they feel properly valued, and I think that's quite easy to see, because as parents we can get so busy in the day-to-day of life, and in a whole of 24 hours, like how often do many people really look into their child's eyes and connect with them and are present with them? And I think this is, I don't know, it's just a reminder for our child, and it's there in an actionable way as well, and something that they can go to anytime. So I love that. The next one is an experience gift. So I've actually allowed my children to choose what it is they would like to experience. They've done all sorts of things from the top of my head. So skiing, jet skiing, there's been pony trekking, ice skating. Gosh, I can't even think of all the others. I think because you just do so much as a family anyway. But I suppose this, what I love about this is just something that they want to do, and also it gives them the chance to have that one-to-one time with you if they want that, or with somebody else. It's just another thing that's just very meaningful. Teaches patience because they often have to wait for the experience. So this delayed gratification is linked to better life outcome. It can actually help a child to discover a new interest or passion, increase well-being, and actually promotes presence and mindfulness. And I think that's because if you think about when you've got a gift, especially if you've got loads of gifts and their attention's flipping from one to the other, but when you're having an experience, you're usually not on your device, and children just a lot more present with what's then happening in front of them. So I think that's great. And the only thing I will say about this, what the research did also say, is that children that are 6 and under actually may be better off with a gift over an experience, but purely because by the time they're older, and because their memory bank isn't actually fully developed, that they might not remember it. So they say that, but then at the same time, kind of within the same sentence, is like, but actually if you took them to like Disneyland or something like that, it's still a great experience for them. So I'll let you guys decide what you'd want to do with that. But the last one is a chosen gift. Not a gift that I choose or I have chosen, but a gift that my child actually wants and what they have chosen. I mean, I can't even remember any of the things that they've chosen because for me, they've had way too much stuff from other people and lots of toys and way too many. So for me, all the toys just kind of blend into one. So I really don't remember what things that they've chosen. But what I like about this is that it helps to build an even more of a excitement and more of a natural excitement because they know what they're getting, they've chosen it. And again, it's that delayed gratification. And I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the marshmallow experiment, but we know when children are used to delayed gratification, or especially if they choose delayed gratification, they actually do a lot better later on in life because they're more in the mindset of the long game. So saving for, in the future kind of thing. So it's a really good quality, I believe, for our children to have. And actually not just I believe it, the research and psychologists tell us that as well. Or not, children are more likely to learn sharing and teamwork when they have fewer toys. This festive season, I challenge you. Avoid the trap of the fleeting trends and instead just focus on more meaningful gifts that empower, enlighten and uplift our little beings. Remember that the lights and the glitter will fade, but the moments we create, the lessons we impart and the love we share will glow in our children's hearts forever. This Christmas, let's embrace more than a season. Let's spark a transformation in our homes, in our lives, and in our spirit. Imagine your child's face not lit by the flashing lights of the latest electronic gadget, but by the warm glow of a heartfelt conversation, the pride of a new skill learned, or the joy of a shared family tradition. These are the gifts that don't require wrapping paper, but they're wrapped in something far more precious: our time, our presence, and our care. The more I have grown on my journey, the more love it even just gives me, like just gifting with more intention and just seeing all the love that comes out of that. And so as you move forward into the holidays and beyond, take this with you. The spirit of Christmas isn't found in a store, it's found in the hearts of the people we adore. Let's not just give to give, let's give to enrich, to enlighten and to empower. Continue to cultivate it all year round. There's birthdays, there's other people's children, there's family members. This isn't just for Christmas. I would absolutely love to know what gift idea has resonated with you the most, or which one has been your favourite. Or do you actually have a festive tradition of your own? If so, drop it in the comments. Let us know. Let's inspire each other with stories of meaningful giving and heartfelt celebrations. And thank you, you beautiful, beautiful souls, for taking this step with me. Here's to a holiday filled with true joy, deep connection, and the creation of memories that will be treasured for a lifetime. Merry Christmas, and let's continue spreading the light.